So I just saw the trailer for Asteroid City, which is the Wes Anderson film coming out this year. I've been a fan of Wes Anderson for a really long time, and his movies are kind of what got me interested in making movies, so it's always exciting to see that he has a new movie coming out. And one thing that really stuck out to me, and probably to you as well, is just the crazy color palette of this film. So today I thought we'd do a little experiment and see if we can create something inspired by the color palette and look of Asteroid City.
You're not here.
We're not there. The car exploded.
So obviously one thing to look for when thinking about a Wes Anderson inspired frame would be symmetry. And I think the most symmetrical kind of flat profile in my apartment is in the kitchen. So let me show you that frame and we'll work from there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is dress the background. Now there's quite a few distracting elements right away, so I'm just gonna clean a few things up and bring in a couple elements that look really nice. The next thing we'll do is start lighting, and what I have on hand today is an Amaran 100D, which I'm just gonna shoot through some unbleached muslin that I hung off of a C-stand. I'm also going to drop in a ROTA POLA, which will help eliminate some of the reflections that we're seeing on the back tile and on the counter. Wardrobe and props also play a huge role in this look, so I've dug through my closet and found my most Wes Anderson looking outfit. So here's what our shot looks like with costume and props. I tried to stick to a color palette with a lot of reds, greens, and blues. And now all that's left to do is hop into DaVinci Resolve and start color grading. Okay, we're in Resolve now, and I'm not exactly sure where to start here, but we're just gonna dive in and see where we get. So I've pulled up this split screen from the trailer, and I just wanna look at kind of where our saturation is lying. And we can kind of use this to match our shot to this shot. The first thing I'm going to do is apply the CinePrint 16 power grade. And if you haven't seen my last video on CinePrint 16, I would encourage you to go check that out right now, because that will be the foundation of our grade today. What you'll see me doing here is referencing the skin tones from the trailer to try to match that into my grade. That will be a big part in achieving the final look. I'm also using the Color Warper tool, which is a fairly new tool inside of DaVinci Resolve, but is a really powerful and intuitive way to transform your hue, saturation, and luminance values. And a lot of this is just trial and error and doing small adjustments that get you closer and closer to the final look. Okay. This is actually pretty hard. I'm really playing back and forth, really shifting hue and saturation around and just trying to match the general color palette. Of course, the environment is a little bit different. There's a lot of exteriors happening in Asteroid City, but I'm feeling like we're pretty close. So I'm gonna tweak a little bit more and we'll see if we can dial it in the last like 10%. So that last 10% is using power windows to adjust the saturation and luminance of specific parts of the image. There's a false color tool inside of Resolve, by the way, which is super useful for matching exposure between shots. So now let's go from beginning to end and see our final result. Okay, well that's it for today. I hope you found this interesting, and I'd love to hear from you what you think worked well here and what didn't work so well. You can let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.